My goal for this story is to not tell you the story, and I'll tell you why. If you've ever been married, you know, indeed, if you've ever been married, you know that there are things that you talk about and don't talk about when you're married to your spouse. And sometimes I forget that. One of the times I almost forget it was at my very first Story Slam, which took place back in June in York. And this Story Slam, Hannah was there, some of our other friends were there, and it was a model for what we're going to do, what we decided to do here. So I came, and our friend JJ was there and invited us, and I felt like, okay, it was, I was there, I'd driven all the way to York, so I should put my name in the hat. And the title of it was Memory Lane. And when I put my name in the hat, I thought I had a story, and I didn't fully process that story would be put on YouTube. And would be thus available, among other people, to my spouse and my in-laws. And so I had a traumatic incident with my in-laws. Before I don't know about you, but when my in-laws come over, I get very nervous because not because I'm nervous about my in-laws, but because I married up. And I want to make a good impression on my in-laws and not embarrass my wife, which I regularly do. And so I went to tell this story, or I put my name in the hat, and I realized that if I told the story that I was going to tell, which involved my in-laws, and involved my wife, and involved something that I did that was an accident, but a very costly accident, that I would then enshrine the embarrassment that I caused my wife to her parents for all time online. And so, as soon as I walked into that room, I realized the horrible, horrible mistake that I had made. And so I was terrified that my name was going to get pulled out of the hat. And sure enough, the very first person that got called was Hannah. And she told her story. And as she told her story, my palms got sweaty. I started to panic. I was having trouble enjoying the other stories that were being told because I knew that if I couldn't come up with another story when my name got drawn out of that damn hat, then the horror story was going to begin. So, I'm a historian. I literally tell stories for a living. That's what I do every day. And so of course I could come up with another story, no problem. Except for I couldn't. I could not for the life of me come up with another story to tell. And so the second person came and told a story. And I was like, oh my God, the list of people in that hat is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And my mind went blank, and all I could think of was this story that I could not tell. If I was called and I told that story, it was going to be, and I know this, because after I got home, I had a conversation with my wife about the story that I did not tell. And she affirmed to me that if I had told that story, it would have been, in fact, the horrible, horrible thing that I imagined it to be. So the third story gets told, and that was a creepy story, as you might recall. The guy was very creepy that told that story, but it did not distract from the fact that I still did not have a story to tell, right? So we got to intermission, and I went and got some wings, and I went and got a drink, and I tried to calm myself down. I went through breathing exercises, everything you do to try to calm yourself down. But I had writer's block, I had storyteller's block, and I was scared to death. Because if you're married, the biggest thing that you are afraid of in your life is your spouse. Trust me. Aaron, have a great night, buddy. Okay, now. So we get to intermission, and I knew that there were only 12 names in that hat, and 10 of them were going to get called out, and I knew that I did not have good enough luck to get my name called. So number 6 goes by, and I cannot think of a story to save my life. And of course, when you start panicking, then you panic about panicking, right? And then you panicking about panic, and then you get mad at yourself for panicking. right? And you had this when you were running through that tunnel, right? And you were freaking. So number 7 comes. Number 7 comes, right? And my time is running out. Both reality and metaphorically, my time is running out. And number 7 comes, and that's 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. And with 2 minutes left in story number 7, I thought of a story to tell. And it was a story that I knew very, very well. And guess who number 8 was in that story slam?
You.
Thank you.